The Bhagavad Gita has been used by the eminent people around the world. They have been influenced and they have talked about it. Swami Vivekananda says actually he was very much interested in the Bhagavad Gita. It is said that Bhagavad Gita was one of the two most favorite books. Another was, of course, The Imitation of Christ. In 1888 to 93, when Swami Vivekananda was traveling all over the country as a wandering monk, he kept two books with him, Gita and Imitation of Christ. He has been talking about Bhagavad Gita on various platforms, and he has recommended that use this as a manual of life, and it is going to help you throughout your life. According to Swami A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami PrabhuPada, author of Bhagavad Gita as it is, he says, our only purpose is to present this Bhagavad Gita as it is, in order to guide the conditioned student to the same purpose for which Krishna descends to this planet once in a day of Brahma. Once in a day of Brahma. This purpose is stated in the Bhagavad Gita, and we have to accept as it is. Otherwise, there is no point in trying to understand the Bhagavad Gita and its speaker, Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna first spoke Bhagavad Gita to the sun god some hundreds of millions of years ago. We have to accept the fact and thus understand the historical significance of the Bhagavad Gita. Without any reference to the will of Krishna is greatest offense. In order to save oneself from this offense, one has to understand the Lord as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, as he directly understood by Arjuna, Lord Krishna's first disciple. Such understanding of Bhagavad Gita is really profitable and authorized for the welfare of human society in fulfilling the mission of life. Aldous Huxley, the English writer, found Gita the most systematic statement of spiritual evolution of enduring value to mankind. He also felt Gita is one of the most clear, comprehensive summaries of perennial philosophy ever revealed. Hence, its enduring value is subject not only to India but to all humanity. Henry David Thoreau, he wrote, "In the morning I bathe my intellect in the stupendous and cosmogonal philosophy of the Bhagavad Gita, in comparison with which our modern world and its literature seems punny and trivial." Ralph Waldo Emerson, he said this about the Bhagavad Gita: I owed a magnificent day to the Bhagavad Gita. It was as if an empire spoke to us, nothing small or unworthy, but large, serene, consistent, the voice of an old intelligence which in other age and climate had pondered and thus disposed of the same questions which exercise us. Sunita Williams, an American astronaut who holds the record for longest single space flight by a woman, carried a copy of Bhagavad Gita and Upanishads with her to the space and said, "Those are spiritual things to reflect upon your life, world around you, and see things other way." I thought it was quite appropriate while talking about her time in space. Annie Besant, she said that the spiritual man need not be a recluse, that union with the divine life may be achieved and maintained in the midst of the worldly affairs, that the obstacles to that union lie not outside but within us. Such is the central lesson of the Bhagavad Gita. Mr. E. Shridharan, known as Matroman, he said, "You see, spirituality has no religious overtones. The essence of spirituality is to make a person pure in his mind and his thoughts. When I started reading our old scriptures like the Bhagavad Gita, I found it was useful for day-to-day life. So I started practicing it. I consider an administrative gospel, what that will help you in doing things like running an organization." Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, even though he was a Muslim, he used to read Bhagavad Gita and recite mantras. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has strongly pitched the Bhagavad Gita as India's biggest gift to the world. Shri Modi gifted the Bhagavad Gita, according to Gandhi, to the then President of the United States, Barack Obama, in 2014 during his US visit. Will Smith, Hollywood actor Will Smith said, "I am 90% through the Bhagavad Gita. My inner Arjun has been channelized."